When most people see sun damaged paint, they think, shit, I need to respray my car. In today's episode, we're going to try and get rid of sun damaged paint without having to spray any paint. So yes, the MX5 that I recently bought for Morgan and I's car flipping challenge has got a little bit of sun damage on the top of the bonnet. Now, it's not too bad. It hasn't completely gone through the clear coat. So in today's video, what we're going to dive into is the world of detailing. We're going to try give the car a completely good clean, strip all the contaminants down. We're going to give it a clay bar. We're then going to compound the car, try and remove that layer of haziness in the paint, and then we're going to polish it, bring up the shine, and to tie it all off, we're going to seal it and make sure that the car stays that way for the rest of its life. So sit back and relax. I've never done this. I'm scared. Morgan tried it.
I've tried it and it didn't turn out.
It didn't turn out too well.
Okay. When we say it didn't turn out too well, it turned out really bad.
What?
I ruined my paint.
Is that when you
Yeah.
went through the clear coat?
My Lancer went from really nice red to pink.
I remember that. Yeah, so Morgan's had some bad experiences with it. I haven't tried it myself, but I am very scared that it's going to end up like Morgan's. So
Hopefully.
Sit back and relax. You'll see whether or not I've completely destroyed my MX5's paint job, or if I've actually managed to get rid of the sun damage. So if you've been keeping up to date, you'll know that for the flip off challenge, I was the first one off the mark and bought this 1999 Mazda MX5. We recently just repaired the roof that had a bit of a problem where it was letting water in, which was not ideal, which meant I couldn't properly wash the car. Now, the roof is repaired, and I'm gonna have a crack at trying to restore the paint on the car. Now, I've washed many cars before. I have not delved into the paint correction, the cutting, polishing, that world of car cleaning. I don't know, it's quite intimidating. I don't want to wreck the paint, but this is a cheap enough car where it's not that I don't care about it. It's just, I don't know, it's a blank canvas for me, so we're going to give it a go. Today we are starting off with washing the car like we normally would. This is slightly different. This is the NXT from Meguiar's or Next. Basically this helps get rid of any wax or anything like that that's left on the car, which I don't believe there is, but it's good to know that if we apply this that there won't be. So I'll get the GoPro, I'll give you a few of up close kind of shots of different parts of the car where the paint's not looking too good. The main part really is the hood. That doesn't look too great. So I'll give you some shots of that, and then we'll go into a lot of montage with cleaning, and then I'll touch back with you guys and then go through the remainder of the steps. All right, so the MX5. Now I did give it a quick little rinse. So it is looking not too bad, but on the hood, kind of see that the paint's just a little bit dull. Probably that's a better look. You can see you got a little bit of shine on the front, but when it comes to the middle, it's a little bit dull. And that's similar to the rear here. This desperately needs a wash anyway from our repair of the window. That's all holding up and is solid. It just needs a little bit of a clean up just to make it look a little more pretty. We've got a scratch on the top here. This I'm going to be very careful of because the clear coat has gone completely and we don't want to rip it off even more. So I might just leave a nice strip around here just so we don't stuff up the paint underneath. Up on the pillar, it's a little on the dull side. Yeah, this is a better shot. You can see the dullness of the hood. So that's what we're really trying to get rid of today. Fingers crossed we do. I was having a look at it before and it does look like the front bar has been resprayed because it is super shiny, super orange peely. If we can get right up close, you can see the waviness. But yeah, it's just this haziness the dullness of the coat on the hood. And you can see there's some swirl marks with all the dust because it has been sitting in my shed or garage collecting dust. So we'll give it a really good clean. And comment below, should I get rid of the stickers? We've got a Racing Mate there, and we also have a Colt Miata there. So let me know if I should get rid of the stickers, but we'll cue the montage and we'll start properly washing this thing. Now we know that water isn't going to get inside. All right, so the car is clean. We've washed it, we've dried it, and the paintwork on this car is actually really good. Coming from the sides and the back, the car is impeccable, very nice, very shiny, and just, it looks the goods. It's very, very nice. You can see here, we've got that little scuff mark, little scratch. It seems to be quite deep, so I don't know if the polish is going to be able to get that out. We'll have to wait and see. You can see here, got a couple little shopping trolley dings. Look, it's so clean. You can see my reflection in it. But now that it's clean, you can see on the hood, compared to the rest of the car, which is like a mirror, the hood is not. You can see it's real hazy right over where the engine is. So that's really what we're trying to clear up today. Now that the car is actually really, really clean, the headlights stand out even more so. They definitely need to be cleaned and brought back. But I reckon if we can make this hood, oh, there you go, you guys can see it perfectly. If we can make this hood look as glossy as the rest of the car, I think it'll make itself so much easier. Nice big bulge in the middle of the hood. But yes, all in all, the car is actually very clean. It's just a little tired paint on the hood, and yeah, the rest of it is pretty good. We have got a little bit, you might be able to see it in here. We just got a little bit of residue from when we were gluing the roof. So that'll all come off when we go and polish it, which will be good. But yeah, like I said, the rear of the car, very, very, very clean and glossy, which is how we want the rest of it. So we'll bring it inside and we'll start with the next step. All right, so we've cleaned the car as best as we could with the shampoo, the soap basically, which is your generic wash. Try and get as much of the crud off the paint that we can. The next as well from Maguire's also removes any residue from your wax and sealants and that kind of thing. Next up though, the car is still not clean. We need to clean it even more. So what we've got here is just a clay kit. You can get these, they come in all different brands. And basically we're going to wet the surface with a quick detail spray that comes with the kit and pass over every inch of every panel on the Miata or MX5. And this will be picking up the little bits in the paint that didn't come off with the shampoo and the wash, and should give it a good nice once over, so that we're starting with a completely clean surface. That way we're not rubbing in anything else into the paint and causing more swirl marks. All right, so the clay bar kit, basically it's quite simple as I do this with one hand. You've got your clay, so this is what you rub it down the car with. A bit of a tip, break the clay in half just in case you drop a piece of clay, you're not throwing this entire block out, because yeah, it's quite annoying, it only comes with two. Next up, we've got our lubricant. This is just some quick detailer. Basically, we wet the area down that we're about to clay bar with the clay, and this just makes sure that we're not rubbing anything into the paint. We are actually picking stuff off the paint with the clay. And then finally, we've got a complimentary microfiber. This is just to wipe up the quick detailer that we sprayed down for the clay and get yeah, the rest of the bits. All right, so we have clay barred, or should I say I have clay barred. Morgan is nowhere to be seen. The MX5, I'll just show you, this is what the brand new clay looks like and the old clay. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this one is definitely a lot more dirtier. You can see in the creases and folds of the clay, it's dirty. So it is doing its job. It is picking up all of the stuff that we missed with the clean. So now the MX5 is clean. It's good. It's a blank canvas. Now we can start on the bit that I'm scared about because I have never compounded or polished a car. So this will be a first for me, and you guys will be coming along and watching. Fingers crossed it works. I really want this car to look better than Morgan's car. That is right. Morgan has bought a car. Finally. After much pestering, he finally got off his backside and purchased a car. That'll be coming out after this video, but I'm stalling because I'm scared to put my polisher to the car, but we will go ahead and do it, and fingers crossed I don't stuff up the paint. We are nearing the end. Apologies for the shots. I am a one-man band tonight. Morgan is currently occupied. He has, like I said, bought his car, so I'll give him a pass for that. He can go pick it up. We're at the final step, and this is the step I haven't been putting off. I've just never done it before, and I have heard of stories where things can go wrong. And I do not want them to go wrong because this car is actually in a really good state. It just needs that little bit more and it'll be perfect. So what are we doing? We are compounding the MX5. We are polishing the MX5, and this will hopefully get rid of the haze on the hood, a couple of little imperfections around the rear of the car where there's a couple of little nicks and scratches. It will not get rid of the rock chips in the front bumper. We'll definitely need to touch those up if we want with some touch-up paint. So basically this is really just trying to get rid of the haze on the bonnet. As you've seen, the rest of the car is nice and glossy, nice and shiny, and we want that uniform over the entirety of the car. So what are we doing? I don't know, because this is my first time doing it. So this is a dual action orbital polisher. We've got 3 different pad choices going from hard, medium, soft. Hard, medium, soft. Basically, I think I'll be starting with the medium pad. We're going to be starting with the compound, start in a small section, work that in, wipe it off with our polishing cloths, and see what has happened. Fingers crossed it is doing what it says on the bottle. Once we've gone over the entire car with the compound, we'll then be switching out the pad to our soft pad, and this is for applying the polish. Now, what do these 2 different chemicals do? The compound, the whole idea of it is it's got very fine abrasive material inside the paste. This is slowly grinding away a very fine layer off the top of the paint. And basically the way a scratch is seen is because there is a divot in the paint and it's the light bouncing off the edges of the scratch. So by removing a small layer, hopefully those ridges aren't as pronounced and the scratch is no longer as visible. The polish, I don't know. I need to do more research. But basically it's got some additives and agents in this that really brings up the paint, helps with gloss, and just makes it shine a whole lot better. None of these will seal the paint though. So once we've finished compounding and polishing, we are then going to have to seal it to make sure that it stays pristine and looking good as long as we can. So without any further ado, it's literally brand new, still in the plastic. I'll put it all together. Wish me luck. I really hope I do not destroy the MX5's paint. All right, we're going to add a couple of dollops on the pad. And this, because it's a new pad, I might add some more. All right, wish me luck. Now this is just our first pass, but here is the haziness. And that's where we've just done. So it's definitely, you can see right here, cut through the haziness. Now obviously this is just our first pass, we then also got to polish it on top, but I think we might be able to bring back this hood. So I'll set you guys up, do the rest of the hood, and show you what it looks like at the end. So I've gone over with the compound over the hood. The hood's looking a lot better. There are still a couple of in here stuff that I don't want to go over it too much because I don't want to start eating through the clear coat. But for the most part, the bonnet's at a pretty good spot. So I'm thinking I might do maybe one more pass over this middle section here just to try and get it scratched, because at the top here, this is all good. All the haze is completely gone. Everything's nice and smooth and it's nice and black. And you can actually see the reflection of stuff behind you. So, oh sorry, in front of you. So we're gonna do another pass over this middle section and then we'll jump on to polishing. And it already looks so much better than what it was. We can actually see reflections now. Not as scary as I thought it would be. Apologies, the camera died, so we are on to GoPro now, but it is the next day. We finished compounding the car and polishing. The car has come up amazingly. The hood, I believe, is pretty much fixed. So I'll just go ahead and show you guys. This is now the front of the car, so you can see very, very shiny. The quarter panels, doors, that rear of the car wasn't the problem. It was this hood, and you can see with the reflection of the light that it's definitely got back its shine. There is a slight dullness around the bulge here. Again, this is my first time ever doing any kind of compounding, polishing, or anything like that. I didn't want to go too aggressive in case I did mess something up, but just with, I think I did about 2 or 3 runs over the hood, and that seems to have cleared most of it up, and it's definitely a lot more glossier. Again, you can see on the quarter panels here and the doors, it's just uber glossy. Very, very good. You can see upside down Project B logo in the reflection. So now that the car is looking good, the paint looks very uniform. It doesn't look like one spot was left and some other parts weren't, so that's very good. What we're going to do is we're going to apply this. This is just basically a sealant. You can use wax, that kind of thing. This is a ceramic wax, best of both worlds, I guess. And basically we just apply this to the whole car. It'll help seal the paint so it doesn't get any more contaminations in it, and it should stay like this and last longer. And also, because it has some ceramic properties, it should be very, what do you call it, hydrophobic. So the water should, in essence, run off the car and keep the car cleaner for longer. So we'll go do that. And the MX5 is looking pretty good.
So the MX5 is looking great. It's shimmering in the sun. You can see all the nice lines and curves, and you can almost see the imperfections a bit more as well.
And you can't see sun damage paint.
Yeah, it's looking great.
So the hood is now, it's not perfect. Like, it's not a mirror. It's not like a brand new car. The car is 20 years old. But what I think it does best is it's pretty much, so the rest of the car had quite good paint for how old the car is. It was just the hood, just the one flat spot. Now it's kind of brought the hood to the same level as the rest of the paint around the car. So it doesn't look odd. Whereas before, when you looked at the car, like everything else around the body, it looked great. The hood didn't. And it kind of threw up like red flags. Like, did this person have a hole in their shed or something that they were storing it in, and it would only the sun was on the bonnet? Because everywhere else in the car it was all good. But now it's cleaned up. The car looks uniform. It looks really, really good. Obviously, it's a 20-year-old car. There's paint chips. There's a couple of little dents here and there. The sun damage on the driver's side door, didn't even attempt that. That's gone through the clear coat into the base layer of the paint, and without respraying that, it is what it is. So now the MX-5's on the outside is looking sweet.
It's looking great, and especially you ought to just see, I guess, some shots of it in the nice little sunset. Sunset, it looks really good, I reckon.
It's good. It's a lot more curvier.
It brings up the angles and
I just love the rear of them. They're so good. But yes, the MX-5 is gone, or not gone. It's done. The paint is all good. It's looking how it should. Just a nice little tidy up on the inside, and that car is ready to go. But before it's gone, Morgan has bought a car.
I bought a car, finally. Okay.
After what? 3 weeks after I bought mine?
Yeah, something like that.
It's been a long time. Morgan's finally got a car. We won't tell you what it is. It's very funny though.
Yeah, you guys will enjoy it, I hope.
I don't want to give too much away, but it's very funny, very ironic.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Yep.
But no, that will be not the next episode. We've got another video on the 180. That'll be coming up next video. And then Morgan's car, finally.
Yep.
And we can get this challenge underway, and we can see who's the better flipper. Yep. And I don't mean any disrespect to, that's not a racial slur. Car flipper.
Yeah.
So thanks heaps for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Comment below, what do you think Morgan got? It's funny and ironic. Well, that's your clues.
Yeah, I think.
Be interesting to see if anyone gets it. That's a pretty hard clue.
Yeah.
But yeah, comment below what you think it is. It's very funny.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. I'm definitely going to be going into, now that I've kind of done this first car, I'm definitely going to be going into perhaps maybe not compounding every car that we get, but definitely like polishing it and definitely clay barring the cars, because the shine really does come up really, really well, and it does make the car just pop, which is what you want, especially when someone's going to be buying the car. So that's something we'll be doing from now on. I think Morgan's probably a little bit scared of that because you've had bad experiences, but I really liked it. It does take a lot of time though.
Yeah, but I think
to clean that MX-5 was around about 6 hours.
Yeah.
About 6 hours of work.
I think those seeing,
And it's a very small car.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a roof.
Yeah.
So it's
seeing the result there, I think though it's worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely added money.
Yeah.
So thanks heaps for watching again. We'll be coming right back at your eyeballs with some 180 content, and then Morgan's new whip. He's so losing. And we'll be with you guys when we unveil that new car. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next Project B episode.